hata sikujua mpira inashonwanga mimi.
Okay.
Hata wakati wangu wa kwanza kuingia kwa the company nilikuwa surprise sana kuona watu wamekaa, kashangaa wanashona na wanafanya nini. Kukaa kidogo naona mtu amemaliza mpira imeisha yote. Nikaanza kukalishwa chini, ilikuwa ngumu kidogo, hata karibu nitoroke, lakini ikabidi tu lazima nichikaze.
Bit of a romantic story. The late Jim Cogan was in Tanzania taking a bunch of students from the UK, just on a trip to sort of sensitize them and to widen their world views. And he saw a cobbler hand stitching, repairing a football. And when he saw this, he thought to himself, surely if you can fix it, if you can repair it, then you can make it. And went around the country, sort of sourcing for the raw materials. And when he was convinced that it can be started, that this initiative can work, he went back home to the UK, fundraised, came back with just enough to start up. And in 2004, Alive and Kicking began.
This is Kibera Pillar Time, which means Kibera Football in the Village. It's a program that has been in existence for the last 7 years. This is the 8th year. Mama Dr. Bear working in the area of sports and education. And mainly we started this program through sports because we realized that so many kids in vacation, they use nothing, they had nothing organized. You could find a lot of kids just walking into various streets, and some people could take advantage of even using them for child labor and going out and disappear the whole day, and people could not know where they are. So we thought, why could we start something more organized that we could engage them, something that they love most, which is soccer. Soccer being soccer, everybody in the world loves soccer, and I love soccer because soccer is cheap. You just need the ball and the space and you can do it.
I feel happy when there's a Manchester. Harambee Stars, Kenya. She's supposed to Rooney, just Rooney. Yes.
And we don't just play soccer, we also use soccer as a tool of shaping our young people in Kibera by coming up with themes and messages on things that affect the youth, which mostly are drugs, HIV/AIDS, crime. A number of things that are affecting the young generation. That's so that we can use it properly as far as we are playing soccer.
When our teacher picks a ball from there, it's a composition of 20 panels against 16. So, they stitch into halves. One half containing 16 panels and the other half containing 16 panels. So the whole ball composes of 32 panels, 20 hexagons, 12 pentagons. Now, what they do when they come to the table, they stitch into halves. They join all these panels into halves. Then, after making the two halves, then they join together the two halves. They stitch until they reach a place whereby they leave it to turn. That's why we have these elongations here. This is for turning the ball. The inside here will come outside as they turn. And then they stitch until they leave a place where they fix the tube. As you can see this amount, and they fix the tube from inside there.
How do they do that? Do they glue it?
They use this adhesive. We have a latex adhesive. They apply it on here, and then they fix it into the nozzle, the mouth of it. And then they stitch until they reach somewhere where this man is almost about to finish. Now he's doing the last stitches. The tube is already inside. So there we are, and we cannot know where he has finished.
Ndivyo kuja kuongea. Hapo, so mbele. Hapo mbele.
Nilikuwa number 1.
Na ulikuwa namba.
Jina langu ni John Ingao Iravonga. Iravonga is my father. I came through my brother. Tukakaa naye for about 3 months hivi. Nikajoin my friend mwenye anapika some chapati somewhere there. So I was doing that job. Na my mom anastay pale Huruma. Kakunja akanichukua kanijoin to somebody there. Huyo mtu alinipeleka hadi kwa ile kazi nikaanza kujifunza. Hiyo 2002 mwezi wa 8 hivi, lakini hiyo kazi ilienda for about 1 year ika collapse. Tukakasa kini kuna some wale waliacha hiyo kazi, walifungua small branches wakaanzisha kazi zao. Sasa tulijoin wao. Sasa tulikuwa tukifanya pale. Shida tu bado najaribu nafanya. Kuna kazi unalala hivyo. Kwa hivyo kutoka hapo ndio tulisikia Live and Kicking 204. Tukajaribu kuendelea kufanya tu hizo majua kali in these branches. Lakini tukajoin pale 206. Unajua pande ya kusoma si kusoma sana, mpo wazazi walifika mahali kuna school fees. Nilifika form 1 nikalemea, ikabidi tu sasa nikae, lakini nilisoma kutoka standard 1 hadi standard 8 vizuri, kapita vizuri. Kufika form 1 ikawa ni shida through my parents, they had no fee. Sasa nikastop to from there.
So nataka kumaliza shule labda.
Ningependa sana.
Inawezekana?
Kuna uwezekano hata if someone tells me I want you to be back in school. Naweza rudi tu, lakini responsibility ya my family ndio nachinganga how I can. Sasa life hapo ni ngumu kidogo. Lakini sio sana kama hapa. Sasa hapa nikikosa kupata kwenda live tena ndio itakuwa ngumu zaidi kushinda huko sasa.
Alive and Kicking is a not-for-profit social enterprise with 3 main goals, and that's fun, health, and employment. Fun because, we realize that Africa is a football-loving continent. Unfortunately though, not too many children or, not too many kids from low-income areas can afford quality football, So Alive and Kicking was founded basically to make quality footballs at an affordable price that kids, even in the low-income areas, can use to enjoy playing the beautiful game. And it's not only football; it's also about rugby, volleyball, netball, and basically all sorts of sports balls. So we make these balls so that more kids in Africa can enjoy playing sport and can exercise their right to play. It's about health because we print messages on HIV and AIDS and malaria and TB and drug abuse on these balls. And once you get the ball out on the field, it's the first focal point, it's the first thing you see, and you can use these balls then as a communicative device to talk to the kids about some of these preventable illnesses. So it's about health for us as well. And then lastly, it's about employment. Currently, Alive and Kicking employs 67 people. and we survive purely by selling these balls. So when we approach individuals or organizations, we don't ask them to give us lump sums of monies. We simply ask them to buy a ball and make a difference, because in buying an alive and kicking football, then you're buying a quality Kenyan football made in Kenya that is keeping Kenyans employed.
Yeah.